Hey everybody, I'm here today. I'm going to talk about NFL realignment. Um, Here I have a visual of how I would have it. Um, I'll have in the description. I'll have the teams listed right here below. But you got the NFC here and the AFC here. Um, the top rows are the West divisions. The second are the South. The third are the East, and the bottom ones here are the North. So we'll start in the West here. NFC West. I got the Arizona Cardinals, Dallas Cowboys, the LA Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers in one division. Here in the South, we got the Atlanta Falcons. That's not going to change. Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we did a little bit of a shift. If you notice too, the Cowboys are in the West. They shifted away from the East. Here we got the Lions out of the North, put them in the East. So the East has the Detroit Lions, New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington football team. So the rest stays the same. And then down here in the North, Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, and Minnesota Vikings. I put Cleveland in the NFC because um, they're probably still gonna have a pretty good season this year. Maybe they have a lot of good weapons, but um, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you look back at the history, the Cleveland Browns used to be an NFL team. So I don't know why they never ended up being an NFC team, but they were an NFL team, and but somehow ended up in the AFC. Anyway, and that was even before they became the Ravens and then came back as the Browns. But anyway, so yeah, they're supposed to be an NFC team, and it makes sense because the Bengals, we know they're an AFC team already. So I just went ahead and put Cleveland in the North, and I'll explain why right now. Because if you don't notice anything right there in your upper right hand corner, we'll talk about that right now. Um, but the rest of the division will be the same. So it's again the North. It's Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. So we move over here to the AFC now, and over there in the West, the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Seattle Seahawks. I put the Seattle Seahawks back in the AFC. I kind of miss them being in the AFC. They used to be in the AFC West back in the day, back in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, and I think 70s too. When they first started in the NFC in their existence, but then they only spent like a couple seasons there, a few seasons, and they moved to the AFC, and they were there for a lot of years, like 22 years, I think it was, and or 21, something like that. And but they 2002 and the Texans were, you know, the expansion team. That's when all the shift the divisions happened: North, East, South, and West, and with 32 teams, and then the Seahawks ended up going to the NFC, and they did good in the NFC for a long time, but I bumped them out to put Dallas in there. I don't want Dallas in the South playing the Saints and the Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I like them playing the teams more in the West. There's more rival there, especially with the Cardinals, the 49ers, maybe with the Rams now, especially with that new stadium. Um, I know their owner's gonna like that. Be going there every year. He'll probably go there every year anyway. But yeah, it's so they can play each other every year, twice a year, one there and one in Dallas. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. So I did that, and then so he back here in the AFC again. So yeah, that was the West: the Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, and Seahawks. So I kind of miss Seahawks being in the AFC. So I put them back, and I think they have a good rivalry with the Broncos, and Raiders back in the day, Chargers. So they'll be like a natural kind of fit there. Um, South, I have the Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Miami Dolphins. I moved them away from the East and put them in the South, and the Tennessee Titans. Um, so yeah, and then your East now will be the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, and New York Jets. Almost the same, except the Ravens slide in there. Here's where it gets interesting. So if you notice, Kansas City Chiefs are not in the West anymore, but they're over here in the North. Like I have in the AFC North now. So it's Cincinnati Bengals, the Indianapolis Colts. I moved the Colts out of the South. They're not really a South team. They're more up north, so they should be up there in the AFC North. So I got Cincinnati Bengals, Indianapolis Colts, Kansas City Chiefs, not very far from Indianapolis or Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh Steelers are not, they're not too far away from Cincinnati. Um, so yeah, I kind of think that's a nice little division there. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys have your own concepts, write them down here in the description how you would realign it, um, and let me know. And this is with 32 teams. I don't know. Maybe I kind of had the Oilers old logo laying around here, and I thought about using it. But maybe in a future video, if we ever talk about expansion, if they start talking about expansion, then we can start coming up with concepts and kind of reshift things again. But for right now, for the time being, the 32 teams, this is how I would do it. So let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll do more. I want to do the NBA one next, and then we'll probably do the baseball. So stay tuned for more, and for other things too. And that's it. So until next time, take care. God bless.